everybody, it's K9 with ETX Tactical and Survival. I want to ask that as you're watching this, you take just a moment to hear what I have to say. I want you to close your eyes and actually visualize what I'm about to tell you. Are your eyes closed? It's 2 o'clock in the morning. You're sound asleep. You're laying next to your wife. You're resting for work the next day. Your kids are down the hall, sound asleep. Just another ordinary night. No big deal. When all of a sudden, a glass breaks or a door swings open or your dogs go crazy, what do? In most cases, you get up and you find out what it is. Do you really know what you're doing? Are you prepared for what's on the other side of that door? What you might find might not just be an ordinary burglar. It might be somebody with a vendetta against you. It might be a rapist, a murderer. Somebody that's there to cause you and your family harm. Don't think it will happen to you? Every 3 minutes, a home is invaded, regardless of what the intent is. Doesn't matter where you live, good neighborhood, bad neighborhood. Don't matter who you are. Even law enforcement officers have their homes broken into. What do? If somebody's there to take your belongings, take your family, and cause harm to them, how do you stop that? Now, as you open your eyes, I want you to ask yourself, what do? Simple question, but not so simple. I've started a series of videos called Protect to Live. These series of videos are going to be based upon home self-defense. Now, I'm not talking about self-defense as far as the zombie apocalypse or doomsday prepper type stuff. I'm talking about your everyday today home invasions, burglars, murders, rapists. All those things is what I cover in this series of videos. Now, you can listen to different videos and come up with your own plan, your own goals. I recommend you watch all of it. You take all of it into consideration, even if it's not your ultimate goal. Even if you never have to use it. It's always better to prepare and know something than be in a situation and not know something. Now, obviously, if you're watching this, you have decided you're going to protect your family. You're going to take a stand against that person there to cause you or your property harm. When you get into this, I want you to stop and I want you to think of a couple things. I want you to ask yourself, and don't just blurt it out. I want you to really think about it. What is your ultimate goal to protect your family? Your loved ones, the fruit of your loins, the love of your life. What is your ultimate goal? Go a little deeper than just, I want to protect them. I want to stop somebody from burglarizing my house. Those are all good concepts, but go deeper. Now, there's two ways to look at it. You can be offensive or defensive, or you could even be a little bit of both. When I say offensive, that means you are going to be the type that gets up, goes and investigates it, and possibly comes face to face with that particular intruder, that invader, that criminal. You are going to take a stand for your family's safety and life. On the other end, you have the defensive. Defensive is you hear a bump in the night, or you know an invader's in your home. You and your family gather together in a strong, safe place in the house. Barricade yourself in, call local law enforcement, and let the professionals deal with it. Nothing wrong with that. Not all people have the desire or the ability to be tactical and confront a suspect. The ultimate goal of this is to survive, live, and continue on. So if you rather be defensive, nobody's knocking you down for it. There's stuff in this video series that will pertain to you as well. And then you could be both. A little bit of both. Just because you have the skills and the training and knowledge to be offensive doesn't mean you always have to use it. If you're able to safely gather your family into a safe room and wait for law enforcement and help to arrive, by all means, I'm all for it. But sit down and think exactly what you want to do. What your goals are. What is the concept that you're trying to do? Okay? Another thing you need to take into consideration is being mentally prepared for what you're about to embark on. Being prepared to face whatever might come through that door or window or whatever the case may be in your vehicle late at night. In the state of Texas, they have what's called the Castle Act law. And your vehicle falls under an extension of your home. Now, you might get out of bed with the intentions to either scare off or to just find if it is a burglar. Well, there might be a case that you're going to confront them. They're going to be combative to you. They've planned this out. They know what they're doing. Okay? There's a chance that if you're going on the offensive, you could hurt or even kill that person. Now, you're probably thinking, well, if he broke into my house, well, he deserved it. Well, that might be true. But not all criminals are, as we call, career criminals. They do this for a living. They get a joy out of it. If you kill that suspect, you've got to be able to live with the fact that maybe he was a father and a husband. And just with the economic downfall and him struggling, he snapped and tried to get one quick job in just so he can get the bills paid so his family can survive. Doesn't make it right. But can you live with yourself? Can you separate yourself from society once you've pulled that trigger? Once you've stabbed that person, or whatever the case may be, to separate yourself knowing that you took a life. Now, me personally, with my experience in life and my training, I know I'm prepared. Is it a bad deal? Yes. But in the end, they made the decision to come in my home, try to harm me and my family and my property. They made the choice, not me. All I am is doing what I have to do to protect my family. Now, another thing that you need to think of is How into this are you willing to get? Are you really willing to give yourself and dedicate yourself and committing to protecting your family? Now, I'm not saying quit your job. I'm not saying change your whole outlook on everything. But if you're going to make the decision to protect your family, you need to go all the way. You need to commit to it, especially if you're on the offensive side. Because if you hesitate after making that decision, it could very well be your life and your family's life. Now, I choose to protect my family not only because of the physical harm, but the mental strain and scarring that a lot of these families who have fallen victim to invaders and burglars and murderers and rapists, they're stuck with this constant mental scar, the fear. Now, if you do decide to do this, there's one thing that's going to be your worst enemy, but also your best friend, and that's fear itself. You have to be willing to train and prepare yourself to push through that fear in order to properly protect your family. As an officer and a volunteer firefighter, I'm faced with fear every single day. Both jobs, I cannot run from that fear. I have to go towards it head on. I have to push myself. And it don't come overnight. It takes training and a lot of mental soul searching. You've got to be willing to take that effort to learn how to push past your fear. Now, I'm glad that you decided to watch these videos. I really hope that these videos will help you prepare to protect the number one things in your life, and that is yourself and your loved ones. So stay tuned as we get these other videos rolling. If there's anything that you feel I'm not answering, or you're curious of your own situation, write me. Let me know. I'll do what I can to help you. I'm here to help you. Okay? Now, the next video we're going to do is the overall concept and planning of home self-defense. So stay tuned, and as always, be smart, be safe, and God bless. See you on the next one.